Good morning. Hi. Can you hear me? I'm not on mute.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Trying to hear you better. I think that might be better.
Yep.
How are you doing this morning? Did you ever come? Have you been here on the scripts before?
No, this is my first time, so I just want to check it out.
Well, awesome. Thank you for coming. This has been kind of it didn't have many people on Monday. I had to, Rick did it on Monday, but what I'm going to do is make sure you can see my screen because I have some scripts here we can work on. Is there anything that you are struggling with? Are you a new agent?
Yeah, I'm a new agent. Actually, I joined on April, back
Good
in
for you.
April. But there's so many training and there's so many training, so I still confused. I don't know which one.
Oh, there's so much to learn. But you know what? The most important thing is do your lead gen. So do you make phone calls at all?
I did reach out to my sphere of influence, and
Excellent.
actually I got the buyer lead, but they still looking. They just did not decide to get anyhow yet. So.
Okay, were you able to get them to sign a contract with you at all?
No, they were I don't know. They still because they think that they have Zillow, so they keep searching on Zillow. So
Oh,
they told me that when they find a house that they like, they're gonna call me. So.
so how are you going to stay in touch with them so they don't forget about you?
Oh, they know me because they're my friend. So
Okay,
I just
excellent.
I tag them every once in a while. So.
Good, good. Keep them updated, kind of give them stats from the office, like how many listings we have and things like that. Also give them, you
I
know,
put I put them in MLS
oh,
to
good.
yeah.
Awesome, awesome. It would be great, even though you know them, if you could get them to sign the buyer agency. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you know much about that.
The buyer agency, the exact the exclusive right to sell to buy, right? That
Yeah,
one.
it basically makes, shows them their obligation to you and your obligation to them. So it kind of, if they went to an open house and they met with that agent, they could, at this point, if you didn't have a contract, they could just go through that agent. And
Oh,
if they have a contract with you, that really can't be interrupted.
oh, okay.
So, we can that's something we can go over another time, but, where you're new. And Teresa, I see you popped on. Good morning.
They cannot buy a house without have me at the agent. Cause next time they're gonna have a hard time to talk to me. They
Good for
know that.
you.
They know that. Like, because
Well,
I talk to
there's,
them. I talk to them first. It just next time if they meet me and then I'll ask them why did you buy the house? They're gonna have a hard time to answer that.
good for you. I love your confidence. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need. This is all a mindset game.
Yeah.
So one thing is how do I say your name properly?
Van. My first
Van,
name is
okay.
Van.
Because
Last
I
name.
think you have your first name and your last name as in
Yeah.
one, so I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
I,
Okay.
I have the other account, but I just keep logging into this account. So.
No problem at all. I just don't want to make a mistake if I can help it. So developing a center of influence. I know that you said you have some people. Teresa, have you ever used this and kind of wrote down people that you know to put into your pipeline?
You know what? I haven't yet, but I was actually, I think it was one of these classes that brought it up the other day. So I'm definitely going to do that. who was I talking to? Oh, maybe it was Justin during one of the classes. And, he was saying that he was also, I taught for many years, and he said, did you ever think about calling back some of the people that, I taught in Boston for 34 years. He's like, what about
Right.
all of those people? Which I hadn't really thought about because it's been a while. But I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, and then it made me start thinking of, some of the other things I did and the contacts that, I could potentially make that way.
It's going to be your best source of income, people that you know. And if you go through this, you can kind of think about, okay, my dentist, well, maybe they know a million realtors, right? Well, my dentist hired me to sell her house and gave me a bunch of referrals, and I was brand new. So, and her house was over $1 million.
Oh
She
my
bought the same day, she bought a house for over $1 million and bought one for $1 million. So it was probably my best day ever. And she's my dentist. So, she knew people before me, and that was just huge for me. So don't discount the fact that you have a dentist or somebody who did your roof. Ask them if you can put them into your into your sphere. You can let them know what's going on in the market, and say, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not even looking. That's fine. If you have a friend, I'd really love to help a friend of yours or a family member. So keep that open for every single person. You might know I don't know.
Lisa, I have a question.
Sure.
I have this guy, he looking to buy a house in Dorchester, but that type of house that he looking for, it's like I cannot find it. I cannot find it on MLS or Zillow. Is there any way we can, farming like?
Yeah. So do you have a street? What's interesting about the house he's looking for?
No, he's just looking for a 2-family, 6-bed. It's like a investment property for him. Like he's looking to buy a multi-family for investment.
And
But
how much money? What's his price point?
840,000.
Wow. So he's got a good price point.
Yeah,
Is
but
there?
he looking for the parking, like 4-car parking lot. That's the problem.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
the
That's
other
like.
the other day I found a 3 parking spot, but he didn't. He need like 4 and up.
Oh
So
my goodness. He's looking for a unicorn.
yeah. But I know that there's a lot of house in Dorchester have that 4 parking spot, but some people they just like they don't want to sell yet, or off market. How can I reach out to them? Like how can I know their number? So I just keep call them.
So you can call. You can get a hold of Faye. You're out of the Braintree office, right?
Yep.
So Faye can set you up on Cole Realty Resource, and it will give you a list of numbers. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, that, some of the numbers are not great. Some of them are good, some of them are not.
That's fine. As long as it's not on the do not call list, then it's okay. I just
You
call
know
them.
what,
Just
Van,
call them.
don't be, I know this is probably recorded, but I would say we're not selling anything. So the do not call list, I honestly, I don't really look at whether it says do not call or not. I just call to tell people information like, hey, maybe there's an open house going on, or, there might be somebody, there might be somebody who wants to know something, and we're not selling anything. So as long as you're really polite when you call somebody, and if they say I'm on the do not call list, say, I'm so sorry, and you just check off,
Okay.
So don't worry too much about that.
Yeah.
I think
because the fee for that is kind of expensive, so it's like 10,000.
it is. It is very high.
And then double and then triple, so it's just too much. So, yeah, but I was looking for the list like that. That's the other.
Van, can you send me a message with your phone number and a street that you might like to call, and I could print one out for you and send it or email it to you.
Oh, okay. But I want to have the access to the database like that, so I can call every day, you know.
Excellent, yeah.
Because
And
I
it's
think
called,
there's an app called the Red Act. The Red Act.
yeah,
The,
Red X is good too. My son uses Red X. He has
yep,
2 listings he got last week with
yep,
Red X.
yep. Because
2
like, cause it's cheap and you have like a lot of numbers, so you can dial as much as you want.
exactly, and you can use the dialer. Does anybody else have anything like that, like have the dialer?
They have the storm dialing, I think. Storm
Yeah,
dial or something.
it's
I have no
excellent.
idea what
And
that is. I never heard of it.
you never heard of the dialer?
No,
So the
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah,
No, go
so the
ahead.
dialer is like, you hook it up to your computer, you go through all those, you can upload those numbers and you can leave a message. So if you don't get someone, you click and an automatic message will go to that person and then it starts ringing the next number. So
Right.
it's much more efficient. You can make more calls. You don't have to do it on your phone. It's an automatic dialer.
And where do you get that through?
So Arch Agent does it, Red X. If you're looking for expireds, for sale by owners, things like that, just the prices can be different. So you know, I use Arch Agent. It only does 1 dial. I don't know if it does multiple. Red X has a triple dialer, so they'll dial 3 people in a row, and whoever picks up first, you get, and the other 2 get messages. So just,
Is that better than full directory, do you think?
it's different. It's
Different.
completely different.
Okay.
But you can upload your coal directory to that process too. So you have to do a little digging. So I have Arch Agent and I have coal. So I use both. So like, if we,
Lisa, I don't know what's the call, like how they work. They just give you the number or what?
just the phone number. Actually, Arch Agent gives you some scripts to use as well.
I mean the number, but do they give you the information of the house? Like,
No, they
oh,
no, they don't give you the information of the house.
yeah.
They just give you the phone number, the address, and
Oh,
email.
okay.
Sometimes it depends on which one you have. It gives you a cell phone and a home phone.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't mind cold calling, you know. I just,
good. It's actually, you can make a game out of that and have fun, honestly.
yeah. Because
So
I used to own a small flooring business and I cold call people every day. So
so you will have success because
yeah,
it's a numbers game.
yeah.
So when what was I going to say? So is there some sort of anything somebody wants to work on today? I know we kind of, you know, we kind of jumped off and a little bit of coaching sometimes here.
I have an unrelated question as well. When I made a call to somebody yesterday, they said, oh, I'm going to go with Redfin. Their, their commission rates are much lower. Do you know anything about them?
Yes. So they basically will say they'll do it for 1% and offer out 2 to a like to somebody who brings the buyer. What I would say is, well, can I, I understand you want to save money, right? And they'll say, yes, I want to save money. So did you want to net the most money? Yes, I want to net the most money. So can I ask you, what is Redfin going to do for you besides give you a discounted rate? What else comes with that service? Does that agent come to your inspections? Does that agent walk you through everything? Why don't I just come over and show you what I do? And then maybe you can make, at least you'll have another opinion of value and be able to make a better decision. And if you want to go with Redfin, that's completely up to you. You don't owe them anything. You don't owe me anything, but you do owe yourself the very best. Just give me 15 minutes and I'll show you what I can do and what my value is. So,
Yeah, that's,
it's kind of it's a game. Everybody wants to save money, but do they get their clients more money than the average than let's say realtors from Keller Williams? No, they don't. They just go to the open house. Somebody else shows up for the inspection. It's more You don't get a dedicated agent.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get the service, but it's sometimes hard to beat. I mean, 3% as opposed to 5, you
Yeah.
have to try to work your value in. So they might say, I'm going with Redfin. Well, have you met your Redfin agent yet? No. Well, how much they could be anybody.
Yeah, supposedly they met them and they're going to do the virtual tour for them and all this for the 1%. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'd say, well, why don't I come over and can you share with me? Even do this. We want to know what other people are doing. Can you share with me what it is that they're doing for you so I'll know better for my business and maybe I can, just anything that you can learn from. If you don't get it, at least you learn from it. I would say that would be a great opportunity to learn more about what their value is because they don't always know. But
How quick realtor?
Is this guy
Like,
here?
how quick realtor career if they pay like 1%? It's just too low.
I'm okay. I'm sorry, guys. Just 1 second. Yeah. And then, but I have a lot of the other pieces under there. Yeah, they go with the bed. It should be completely empty. That's the piece that's. So I just have some people picking some things up here, so I apologize. So can you guys hold just 1 second?
Okay.
Thank you. I apologize. I had somebody show up like earlier than they were supposed to. And so it's kind of thrown us way off this morning. I apologize. So is there something here that maybe a script that somebody wants to do, or would you like to mastermind about something else?
Lisa,
Yes.
I'm doing the second step today.
Excellent. How did it go
Yeah.
yesterday?
Oh my
Trish-
God, Lisa. It went so well.
Excellent. So Trisha had her, this is your first listing appointment, correct?
Yes, yes. I had made the appointment last week and I couldn't get in contact with them. I guess they had changed their minds or something, but I decided to go over there anyways.
Wow,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So I went over there and had the conversation, the first conversation. I toured the house and everything. And so I was talking, and then the wife says to me, tell me the truth, do you think the house can be sold? It has a lot of stuff in there. It needs to be cleaned out and it needs to be renovated. And I was like, yeah, it will sell. If you stage the house and if you put it at the right price, it will sell. And she said, well, that sounds like a plan.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
so
did you,
today,
this was an expired call, correct?
yes,
Excellent. Did you use a script when you did that?
yes.
All right. See? And
Yeah.
what time's your appointment today?
2:00.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
You can
as
have your,
Van was saying, there's nothing to compare for the
what do you,
CMA.
oh, really?
Yeah,
So
there's nothing on
it's,
the market.
well, you're gonna have to just do your best to go backwards maybe a little bit and find
Yeah,
things that are
I came to the price of $359 for a
excellent.
single family.
That sounds like it's in Dorchester, right?
Yes.
Sounds like a good price.
Yeah.
How do you think do they have a price that they think it should be sold at?
He wants 400, but he's not gonna get 400.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and what you can say is, what's important about 400?
Okay.
What's important about 400 to you? Do they have a payoff? Do you know?
Yes, a big one, 200,000.
300?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're still going to net some money in their pocket.
Yes.
So, and at the number that you produce, if they do all the things that you tell them to do, maybe they'll even get more in this market.
Huh?
Maybe they'll even get more if they do all the things you tell them to do, clean it up and get everything out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're willing to do the work, so.
That's good. That's good. So give them a list of things to do. Instead of just saying, yeah, we're willing to do the work. Take your clients by the hand. Give them a list of things that they should be looking at that need to be done. They need a checklist. Give it to them with a checklist if you can, and just make it easy for them.
Okay. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like, room number 1, kitchen, this is what needs to be done. Room number 2, living room, remove this, and they can check it off. And that just makes them feel like they're getting something done and gives them a goal,
Okay, definitely. That's a good one. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? I feel like I got really interrupted, but I also want to make sure, we didn't really do scripts this morning. I hope that's okay. Is there something else I can help someone with, like Van? Are you part of this group here on Facebook? Van, are you there? Maybe not.
I have an unrelated
Yeah,
question.
I'm here.
Okay.
I just sent you the request to join.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
I just saw it on your screen, so I just searched for you.
Oh, good. Excellent. We do pretty much stick to scripts a lot, but we do sometimes get off and, don't usually get, disrupted, but sorry about that. Teresa, did you have a question?
Unrelated, probably, again, sorry. When you're getting comps for a listing, or like I'm actually thinking about one for an appraisal, and there aren't that many houses of the same type in the neighborhood, how far do you go out?
Well, I would go, you sometimes even have to go to the next town.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. to get similar ones. And then you have to decide, you know, is that a desirable style? You know, maybe there's not a lot of like ranches somewhere, but there's a lot of people who want ranches, but it's hard to find a comp. You know, sometimes appraisers will go to other towns. They're
Okay.
able to do that. So we can do that as well. And sometimes it's just like who knows how it's going to work out. You know, we do the best we can for comping those out. In the first 10 days in this market, you will know if you're off. And be
Okay.
honest with your clients.
Thank you.
So I feel bad, but I gotta get, I wouldn't usually do this, but these guys showed up early and I have to go over and
That's
I
okay. We have a
apologize.
3-hour class coming up, so
Yeah.
Okay.
happy to get up and move a little.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. It's a little, you know, not quite what we're used to, but I apologize and I will be here
Don't
on
apologize.
Monday.
Thank you.
Okay,
If anybody
guys.
needs anything, please call me or you know, message me through scripts or whatever. Please do.
No worries.
Yeah. And pray
Thank
for
you
me
so
for
much.
today.
What's that?
Pray for me today.
I will, Trisha. You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Okay. Bye-bye.
And then you have another one right after that. You can do any time at all you want, especially where it's vacant. You want to go early in the morning when the people go to the beach on a Saturday, maybe do 10 to 12.
just updated it on the MLS. Yeah. You see them? That looks like they're in a plastic bag. On the pool system too? I'll look. Buyers to sell them. Yeah. Yeah, a friend of ours from we live in Beverly. And a friend of mine from high school, owner of Beverly. Jason Parcell. I've known Jason since kindergarten. Office? No bedroom?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'm at school teacher this summer. Last Thursday was my last day of virtual remote learning. High school. I had high school for 25 years. I was doing much stuff inside. Go home and work on it tomorrow. Campus construction. I was home.
That's good. That's great.
How is that?
Possibly.
No, I thought we look over there, see if that was circling. And it was good. Oh, it's most good. Oh, and you're a wall. Should be 14 classrooms.
The one you think is pretty small, right? It's pretty small, right?
Yes. Support in between.
They did, and then I added, because I would ask, I would put, there are something. Yeah, you really need to put better supports. Sure. I mean, I had that was super happy, so I think, that's how it's going on.
I always started going to get my appraisal license, so I could do that in the summer. long run across. Go back to cross training. What does the room need to be considered? Yeah.
He's paying by the hour, but one at a time.
Triple it up, come on, I don't want to dent anything. See?